Okay, Pate, right. Today we are going to start with this Core Mathematics 12 17 May paper with this. So over here, an arithmetic sequence has a first term of 6 and common difference of 6. Find the 15th term of a sequence. So if you're referring to the question with arithmetic progression, we know that nth term formula un, or sometimes some books used to say tn, is equals to a plus n minus 1d. Then if you refer with the Sn formula, there are two formulas we are kind of familiar, n divided by 2, a plus l. You can use this formula if you know the last term only. If you know the last term only. The second formula, this is the most popular formula we use in most of the situations. That is 2a plus n minus 1d is the next formula we have in learned. So, okay. So for this question, initially we need to find the 15th term of the sequence, U15. According to this formula, you can say A is 6 plus n minus 1, 15 minus 1, D is 10. With this answer, this is pretty simple question. 6 plus 14 into 1 is turn up to 146. Simply you can get the answer as 146. So simply after doing this, you can score 2 marks out of this. Sum of the first 20 terms of the sequence. So for this case, you don't know the 20th term. Therefore, you can apply S20 is equals to, I'm getting help from this equation. N divided by 2. 20 divided by 2. 2a, 2 into 6 plus 20 minus 1, n minus 1d. D is 10. So with this, you get the answer 10 times of 2 into 6 is 12 plus 190. With this, you get the answer to 2020. 2020 would be the answer for this question. This is pretty simple question. You can get these answers much easily for this question, right? Okay. Now, if you come up to this question today, right? Yeah, right here. For this case, they are referring to, you can see, now when you do this question, these terms are separated by multiplication. So it's turned up to 1 over 9 into this is x to the power 4 to the power 0.5. Simply, if the terms are separated by multiplication or divisions, you can apply this power of power theory for these ones separately. So this turn up to 1 over 9 to the power 0.5 into x to the power 4 to the power 0.5. So if you use the calculator for this one, 1 over 9 to the power 0.5 is 1 over 3 into x to the power 4 to the power 0.5 is x to the power 2. So power of power you can multiply and you can write this answer. With this, it's turn up to x squared over 3 is the final answer for this question. Or other than that, you can write 1 over 3 x squared, right? Part B, here the question is x over root 2 to the power minus 2. Then initially I'll write this root 2 in form of this, x over 2 to the power half, because you can write square root is power half, to the power minus 2. So again for this division, you can apply for these two terms separately x to the power n formula. That is x to the power 1 into minus 2 divided by 2 to the power half into minus 2. So it's turned up to x to the power minus 2 divided by 2 to the power minus 1. So this minus power over here, you can bring it down and you can write x to the power 2. This 2 to the power minus 1, you can bring it up and part it as 2 to the power 1. So the answer is 2 over x squared. Is the answer for this question. Then C is x root 3 divided by square root of 48 divided by x to the power 4. Then for this, see, this is pretty simple. X root 3 divided by root 48. Root 48, if you write it, that is turned up to 4 root 3. Divided by x to the power 4 square root is turned up to x to the power 2. How does it come with it? X to the power root is power half. That is x to the power 2. So it's in the denominator, so you just put it with it. So you can write the final answer x root 3. This division you can write as a multiplication and you can take the reciprocal of it with it. And it's turned up to root 3 cancels with root 3. x to the power 3 over 4 would be the final answer for this. That's a way of getting this answer for this question. Right. Okay. That's a way of doing this question. Right. Let's go to the part of this question. Right. Over here, the question number 3. The line L1 has an equation of 2x plus 3y equals to 6. So basically, it's better to get a clear idea by making them into y equals to mx plus c4. If you write in this form, you can get much idea on that. I will write that equation for 2x plus 3y equals to 6. Therefore, I can subject y. 3y equals to minus 2x plus 6. Then y equals to minus 2x plus 6 divided by 3. So it's turned up to y equals to minus 2 over 3x plus 2. So now you know here this gradient is minus. It's a minus gradient with a positive intercept. Right. It's just like this. Then this is the first line L1. L1, its equation is y equals to minus 2 over 3x plus 2. Therefore, what is the gradient of second line? They mentioned they are parallel to each other. Look at this. It's parallel. Therefore, here the gradient also how much? Gradient also turn up to minus 2 over 3. Because both the gradients are similar for this question. And it passes through 3 minus 5. 3 minus 5. With this, you can find the equation of L2 in form of y equals to mx plus c. So you can apply y minus y naught is equals to gradient times of x minus x naught. It is gradient is minus 2 over 3. X naught is the x coordinate here. And y naught is the gradient over here. Minus 5. So it's turned up to y plus 5 equals to minus 2 over 3x. If you expand it to the plus 2, minus 2 over 3 is 2. So you can say y equals to minus 2 over 3x. 2, if you bring this 5 to other side, this 5 to other side, what happened? It's minus 5. It's turned up to minus 3. Would be the final answer for this question. That's a way of doing this kind of a straight line question. Right. Okay. Hopefully it's fine with you. Right. Let's come up to this question today. But when you are answering this question, the curve C has an equation y equals to 4x root x plus 48 over root x minus 8. Find the dy by dx, d squared y by dx. Use part A to find the exact coordinate of stationary point, right? Determine whether these ones are maximum or minimum. Give you a reason for that. But to answer this question, initially, what you need to do is we need to convert, because we know how to differentiate only x to the power n. Answer is n x to the power n minus 1. This is the only differentiation we know for the moment. Therefore, we need to convert into that. That is 4 times of x to the power 1. Square root of x is x to the power half. Plus 48, this is x to the power half. Square root is x to the power half minus root 8. So if you simplify this, turn up to y. If you simplify this to turn up to 4x to the power 3 over 2. Plus, you cannot differentiate 1 over x term, so you can bring it up and write it as a minus 1 over 2. Minus root 8 is the answer for this question. Now you start to do the first part of it, part A1. You can use dy by dx. You can keep 4 into 3 over 2x, 3 over 2 minus 1. That's the differentiation of this bit. Plus 48 into minus 1 over 2x minus 1 over 2 minus 1. Minus, this term is independent of x, therefore answer is 0. So it's turned up to 6 x to the power 1 over 2 minus 24 x to the power minus 3 over 2. Right. Okay, that is the answer for this. If you want, you can go for a little bit of a simplification for this. This is 6 x to the power 1 over 2 minus 24. You can bring this negative power down, and you can write it as 3 over 2. But it's not compulsory, but like that extent, the previous step of the answer even doesn't make a problem with that. The second one today, that is d squared y by dx squared, means you need to differentiate this answer again. Again, you use the same thing, 6 into 1 over 2 x to the power 1 over 2 minus 1 minus 24 into here, this is minus 3 over 2 x minus 3 over 2 minus 1 would be the answer for this. Okay. Then it's turned up to 6 into half is 3 x to the power half minus 1 is minus 1 over 2. 24 into minus 3 over 2. Minus 24 into minus 3 over 2. It's 36. 36 x to the power minus 3 over 2 minus 1 is minus 5 over 2. This answer also you can write with positive power by making them into denominator. Plus 36 into x to the power 5 over 2. That's the answer for this. Right. Now, up to this extent, I don't think that it is quite hard. Then part B, use the answer to find the exact on the stationary point. As soon you get the term stationary point, we know that it's a point they are referring to dy by dx is equals to 0. Find the exact coordinates. Exact coordinates means you can't write the decimal answers, and coordinates means you need to find x coordinate as well as the y coordinate itself. Okay, so you can say part B, at stationary point dy by dx is equals to 0. That means for that answer using this one is quite easy. 6x to the power half minus 24 divided by x to the power 3 over 2 is equals to 0. Then I'll bring this term to this side. Then 6x to the power half equals to 24 over x to the power 3 over 2. Then cross multiply. Then 6x to the power half times of x to the power 3 over 2 is equal to 24. Then 6x to the power half into 3 into 24 is 2 equals to 24. Therefore, x squared is equals to 4. If you bring this 6 to other side as the division, this one if you brought it as a division, then x equals to square root of 4. Then the answer is plus or minus 2. Now let's see, is there any restrictions given over here? Now they have given this restriction. X is greater than 0. Therefore, you cannot use this minus 2. So you can say x is greater than 0. Therefore, x is equals to 2. Now we know the x coordinate. We need to find what is the y coordinate. To find y coordinate, you can substitute this 2 into the original equation. Just make it a little bit small, then you can see the entire stuff at once. I had to put into the original equation. This is what today. So it's turned up to 4 2 to the power half plus 48 over 2 to the power half. I mean 2 to the power half is root 2 actually, and minus 8. Yeah, that is minus root 8. So minus root 8. Right. Then it's turned up to y. This is 8 into root 2. So this is 8 root 2. Plus 48 divided by root 8. 48 divided by root 2. That is 24 root 2. 24 root 2 minus root 8 is 2 root 2. So the answer is 8 root 2 plus 24 root 2 minus 2. It's turned up to 30 root 2. The final answer is 30 root 2. This is 30 root 2 is the final answer for this question. That is the answer for this is the answer for part B. Then let's come up to part C. Right. Determine whether the stationary point is a maximum or minimum, giving reason for your answer. So what you can understand is that the second derivative is the one we use to find the answer for the nature of the turning point. So you can see the turning point occurs at when x equals to 2. So with this you will substitute into this. D squared y by dx squared at x equals to 2. Right. So what you can get here is 3 divided by 2 to the power half is root 2 plus 36 divided by 2 to the power 5 over 2. So this is obviously, that's a greater than 0. It's a positive answer. Therefore, it's a minimum. That's a way of understanding this question. I think let's go to the page view. and see whether, yeah, no, I don't think that it comes as a, yeah, this is this is the entire answer for this question today. Right, let's go to the next question today. Right, a little bit of expand this answer. Right. Use the remainder theorem to find the remainder when fx is divided by x minus 1. If it divided by x minus 1, you need to substitute what? X equals to 1. Then we will put f1 and see whether what is that answer. F1 part A is 4 minus 4. Sorry, we write it nicely. We will put minus 4 1 to the power 3 plus 16 times of 1 to the power 2 minus 13 times of 1 plus 3. So we get the answer minus 4 plus 16 minus 13 plus 3. It's turned up to 2. Yes. Yeah, 2. It's okay. Use the factor theorem to show that x minus t is a factor of fx. When you find it, the x minus t is a factor, that means you can put x minus t equals to 0 means x equals to 3. So you need to substitute 3 into the original function to understand about it's a factor. So it's turned up to minus 4, 3 to the power 3 plus 16 times of 3 to the power 2 minus 13 times of 3 plus 3. Answer is 0. So obviously it's 0. Other than that, you cannot say it's a factor. Therefore, you can write x minus 3 is a factor. Is a factor. That's a way of answering this question. Hence, factorize fully this fx. Right. Then we know that when you are working out with this, for this moment, one factor we know, but still we don't know how to factorize a cubic expression. Therefore, for the moment I know one factor is x minus t, therefore I'll divide this cubic expression by this factor. Right. Then we need to see how many x terms are there for 4x cubed. Minus 4x cubed. Then it's turned up to minus 4x squared. Minus 4x squared. Then multiply this entire expression by minus 4x squared. It's turned up to then minus 4x squared into x is minus 4x cubed. Minus 4x squared into minus 3 is plus 12x squared. Then subtract it. You do the subtraction, this is 0. 16 minus 12 is plus 4 x squared. Then bring the next term down to there. Now see whether this term, how many x terms are there for this 4x squared. It's 4x. Then again the same thing, 4x multiply with the same conditions. 4x into x is 4x squared. 4x into minus 3 is minus 12x. Turn up to, this is 0. This is minus x plus 3. Then how many x terms are for minus x? It's minus 1. Then same thing, minus x plus 3 turn up to 0. So now you can see the fx break up into two factors. What are the two factors? X minus 3 and other one is minus 4x squared plus 4x minus 1. Now let's see whether this minus 4x squared plus 4x minus 1 get factorized further. You can get help from the calculator and make sure whether, yes, are there any factors available. With that, you can go ahead with a little bit further. Yeah. Here it's 1 over 2 and 1 over 2 comes. So I can do in this way. So I will just factorize this. Minus 4x squared plus 4x, I will write 2x plus 2x minus 1. Then you can take minus 2x out. If you take minus 2x out, it's turn up to 2x minus 1. From here, if you take minus 1 out, minus 2x plus 1. So with this, you can write 2x minus 1 and minus 2x minus 1 would be the answer for this. Yeah, then let's see whether this is correct. Yes. Minus 2x plus 2x. Sorry, there's some problem which comes with this. Sorry, we have to take 2x from here. If you take 2x from here, it's minus 2x plus 1. Yeah, 2x minus 1 and minus 2x plus 1. Sorry. If you take 2x out, minus 2x plus 1. From here, minus 1 out means minus 2x plus 1. So the answer is minus 2x plus 1 into 2x minus 1. Yeah. So you can write this is x minus 3 times of minus 2x plus 1, 2x minus 1. That's the answer for that. That's a way of getting this. Right. Then figure 1 shows a sketch of a part of a curve with the equation y equals to fx. Use your answer in part C and sketch the reducer set of value for which fx is less than 0. Right, let's see. Over here, the figure 1 shows a sketch of the part of the equation of fx. Now you can see here the factors are, look at this. This is x equals to, this is a 1 factor, and from here you can say x equals to half. So it's turned up to this point is half. This is half and this one is 3. This is 3 and this is half, right? Use the value answer to part C and sketch. Part C and the sketch to reduce the set of values for x which fx is less than 0. That means fx is negative. Where you can see the fx is negative only here. This is a range where fx is negative. That means what are the regions? Should be x is greater than 0. So you can write greater than 3. Right. See, this is D. The region where fx is less than 0 would be x is greater than 3. Would be the answer for this. That came from here. You know that after this point only fx is negative, and where it happens like this. Right. Let's do this. Right. Figure 2 shows a sketch of a design of a triangle, the garden ABC. Right. The garden has sides BA of length 10. BC with length 6. CA with length 12. Then you can see it's an arc sector. Point D is a point on AC such that BD is an arc for the circle with center with radius 10. Then we know that CA is 12. That means from here to here. If I use the annotation for this, from here to here only 10. Therefore, obviously this value should be 10 and this should be 2. So here to here it should be 12. Sorry, it's 12. C to A is 12. That means this length from here to here would be 10 and the rest of it should be 2. Right. So that is how you need to get it. That means now you can mark this information. So this length is 10. I'll just mark it, and this length is 2. Okay, let's keep it. The flower bed BCD is shown added to the figure 2. I think it's this part of it. Find the size of the angle BAC. BAC. They are referring to this angle. Now what you can get here is it's a relationship between. Then I know all these three sides. I know all these three sides. Then I need to find this angle. Therefore, if you know three sides with one angle, the easiest way is you can go ahead the cosine rule. So we can apply for part A cosine rule. apply cosine rule. So you can say, I will mark this angle as x. So you can write cos x is equals to b squared, is sorry 12 squared plus c squared minus a squared divided by 2bc, 10 into 12. Or you can use this formula as well. So you can write a squared is 6 squared plus equals to b squared plus c squared minus 2 bc cos x. So from here even you can get this answer, but I feel like this is easier. That's what I'm using because I need to find the value for angle. This is subject, angle x is subjected over here in this formula. So there is nothing to panic with this. So it's turn up to 12 squared plus 10 squared minus 6 squared divided by 2 times of 10 into 12. With this 0.6 per day. 0.6, therefore you can say x equals to cosine inverse of 0.6. Hence this is, since this is we need to find the measure in radians. So you have to calculate, should be operated in radians. Definitely we make sure with that. So you get the answer 0.9272. So you need the answer to 4 decimal places. 0.9273 actually. Right. Okay, right. Find the perimeter of the flower bed BCD. Right. Okay. When you find the flower bed of BCD, that means we need to find this length. We already know 2, and this length also we know it's 6. Only fact is we need to find this arc length. How to find the arc length? So arc length you can apply L equals to R theta. Radius is 10, theta is 0.9273. It's turn up to 9.27 meters. Then when you get the perimeter, this value should be added to 2 and 6. 2 and 6. So final answer is 17.27. 27 meters would be the answer. Then they want to find out area of the flower bed, right? That is quite impressive, right? Okay. When you find the area, what you can get is initially try to find out area of this triangle. Then out of this, if you remove this arc sector part, what do you get? Obviously, you will get the required this kind of shape. Right? That is what you need to do it with it, right? Initially, try to find the area of the triangle. Since I don't know perpendicular, therefore I can apply half AB sine theta. Right? So D can write area of the triangle. So required area is, area you can mark up, half, the triangle is half AB, 12 into 10 into sine of this angle, 0.9273. So now you can see that if you're referring to this triangle, I'm referring to this triangle BCD, BCA actually, BCA. If you consider this angle, this length is B or whatever, and this is the other side. This is 12 and 10, right? So with this making, you can subtract the area of the arc sector. The area of the arc sector is, I'm going to remove this part of it, this arc sector. I'm referring to this one. So if I just use a different color, then it will be kind of easy to understand it. I'm referring to this triangle, this arc sector. Here the radius is 10 and the angle we already know, right? Then we can apply, this is half r square theta. R is 10 square theta is 0.9273. So with this, you can get the answer. We'll see whether that is turned up to 1.635. Area would be 1.63 square meters. That is a way of getting the answer for this question. That's a way. I just, if I keep, okay, this is the entire answer for that question, right? Right. Now let's come up to this question today. I will use 2 pages for this because there are a lot of contents to be done over here. Right. Now, figure 3 shows a sketch of a part of a curve with equation y equals to fx. Y equals to fx. The curve crosses the y-axis at 0.80. They are referring to this point. This point. I'm referring to this point over here. Right. The line y equals to 10 is the only axis of asymptote. This axis of asymptote over here. Right. The curve has a single turning point at 2, 5 here, as shown in figure 1. State the coordinate of the minimum point of the curve with equation y equals to 1 over 4x. That is quite important, right? So when you refer with this, f1 over 4x means it effect for the x coordinate. This transformation effect for the x coordinate. Always x coordinate transformations are opposite. That means 1 over 4 means x coordinate should be divided by 4. Therefore, what we need to do is opposite operation of divide by 2 is multiply by 4. That this turning point x coordinate is effect for the x coordinate because this is transformed into x coordinate. So you have to multiply this x coordinate by 2, x coordinate by 4, sorry, divide by 1 now, divide by 4 means multiply by 4, it's turned up to 8, 5. You can get this answer. It came by 2, 5 from here. This has to be multiplied by 4. The reason is that opposite operation of 1 over 4 is divide by 4 is 1 over 4. Sorry, if divide by 4 is multiplying by 4. That's what we have to get it. Part B. Right. State the equation of the asymptote of the curve equation y equals to fx minus t. This is external effect. Minus t means what happened? This entire graph shift from 3 units down. So this point goes from 3 units down. So it's turned up to y equals to 7. Right. C. The curve with equation y equals to fx meet the equation y equals to k. What kind of lines are y equals to k? Y equals to k means horizontal lines. K is a constant at 2 distinct points. K is a constant at 2 distinct points. State the set of value for k. Now you can see in this graph, if I draw another horizontal line, means y equals to k horizontal line means like there should be, if you get 2 distinct solutions means you should get 2 answers. Look at this. If I draw horizontal line, obvious, you get 2 solutions, 2 intersections. So if I write it here even, you get 2 solutions. But if I write somewhere over here, you get only 1 solution. So this is not a value. So now you can see up to here you can get 2 intersections. That means you can say k should be, let's see. So after 10, it's not happening. At 10 even, it's not happening. Therefore, k should be less than 10. And when you come up to this point, here the y coordinate is how much? Y coordinate is 5. So this is the point where we made the mistake. At 5, you have only 1 solution. Therefore, you can't put less than or equals, because at equals 5, what is the reason? At 5, you get only 1 intersection, means 1 solution. To get 2, definitely it's not happening 5. More than 5 and less than 10. At least 10 even, you can't see 2 solutions for this. Right? Sketch the curve with the equation, if you're referring to part D, y equals to minus fx on the sketch below. Show that clearly the coordinates of this much. Y equals to minus fx means what happened to it? All the y coordinates should be divided by minus 1. That means, let's see what happened to this. This y equals to 10 turn up to y equals to minus 10. Because all the y, it's effect for the y coordinates. It's turn up to y equals to minus 10. This 2, 5 will turn up to 2 minus 5. 2 minus 5. And here the 0, 8 will turn up to 0 minus 8. Sorry, 0 minus 8. Yeah. It's turn up to 0 minus 8. Then what you can get here is, it comes like this, and sorry, it's exactly the other way around. Then it comes like this and it goes like this way around. That's the shape of it. Entirely this graph is reflected. If you keep a mirror over here, the reflection would be the answer for that. That is what you mean by given by the equation y equals to minus fx. So this is the answer for part D. That's a fact that we need to understand with that. Okay. Yes. Yeah, that's it. Right. Now let's come up to this question today. When you're working out with this, the fact we know is if you integrate x to the power n is x to the power n plus 1 over n plus 1. That's the formula we know with it. Okay. Let's go ahead with this like this. So part A. So you can write this is 3x to the power 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 plus 4x to the power, this is 1 put 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1, this minus 15 put you can write minus 15 x to the power 0 because x to the power 0 is 1. With that you can get this answer in that form. Minus 15 x to the power 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1. Sorry, not the integrate, after integration is the answer, plus is the factor of that. Turn up to 3 divided by 3 is 1, x to the power 3, 4 divided by 2 is 2, 15 minus 15x plus c is the final answer for this question. Yeah. Given that the b is a constant, where if you integrate from 4 to b, answer is 36. Show that this fact. So you can say integration from 3x squared from b to 4 plus 4x minus 15 dx is equals to 36. That means, but you know the integration is over here, this one. So you can say x cubed plus 2x squared minus 15x plus c, no need of writing plus c for the finite integration from b to 4 is equals to 36. That is how they have given. That means you can put 4 cubed plus 2 times of 4 squared minus 15 times of 4 minus b cubed plus 2 times of b squared minus 15 times of b is equals to 36. So if you get the left hand side format, 4 to the power 3 is 64 plus 16 to 2 is 32 minus 60 is 36. 36 minus b cubed minus 2b squared plus 90 equals to 36. If you work out with this, let me see whether have we done any mistake with that. Sorry, this is not 90. This should be B. It's not 6. I just addressed this, so it's wrong. This is B. I just saw it as 6. It's b cubed minus b squared, and this is minus 15b. Minus 15b to 36. So if you brought all the terms to one side, left hand side, or you can say it's minus b cubed minus 2b squared minus 15b. If you bring it, you can cancel these two terms. The minus turn up to plus, right? Then it's plus, and this 36 cancels with this 36. Answer is 0. So if you bring all the terms to one side, turn up to b cubed plus 2b squared minus 15b equals to 0. Hence, find the possible value for b. That's part C, right? That means we need to solve this equation. Now you can see b cubed plus 2b squared minus 15b equals to 0. So I can take this b out. B squared plus 2b minus 15 equals to 0. That is b. This is b plus 5. B minus 3 equals to 0. So with this you get the answer b equals to 0, b equals to minus 5, and b equals to 3. Now how to verify this answer? You can see anyway the b should be a value less than 4. B should be a value less than 4. P should be value less than 4. Therefore, the less than 4 values are only, and all these 3 values are possible. Yeah, that can be, it happens, seems to be, yeah, that's right. Because there is no other conditions, any restrictions or anything. Yeah, all these possibility, all the values are possible with that, because only requirement is the lower bound should be lesser than the upper bound, but that's a condition, right? Right. When you come up to this question, here, find the exact value for x for which 2 log 10 x minus 2 minus log 10 x plus 5. So what you need to do here is, I need to, when you're working out with this, I need to simplify as a single term. So initially I can take this 2 as a power. That is log 10 x minus 2 squared. This minus logarithm term, you can bring it as a division. That's a logarithmic rule, equals to 0. Now you know that from this logarithm, you can say x minus 2 squared over x plus 5 equals to 10 to the power 0. How does it come? So it's come log AB equals to k, means you can write b equals to a to the power k. We already learned this theorem before. So if I expand it, x squared minus 4x plus 4 is equals to x to the power 10 to the power 0 is 1 times of x plus 5. So if you brought all the terms to one side, x squared minus 4x plus 4 minus x minus 5 equals to 0. That is x squared minus 5x minus 1 equals to 0. That's the answer for that. Sorry, find the value for x only. Sorry, we need to find the value for x. So you can write x equals to minus 5 plus or minus minus 5 whole thing squared minus 4a is 1, c is minus 1, the square root of it. They need to find the exact solution for the 2 into a1. So let's see whether can we get an exact solution from calculator. If it is so, it's easy. Other than that, we do it manually. Yeah. So one answer is x equals to 5 plus root 29 divided by 2. The second answer is x equals to 5 minus root 29 divided by 2. So over here, this is a negative answer. For the logarithmic answers, you can't get the negative facts. So this is not. In that case, if you put it over here, definitely you get a negative answer with that. It's not possible. For the logarithm, you can't get with the negative answer. So this is the only answer where we have to accept. Part 2. This is part 1. Given that logarithm of p 4y plus 1 minus log p 2y is equals to 2, find the y expression, find y in, express y in terms of p. So the expression is log p 4y plus 1 minus log p 2y minus 2 equals to 1. This subtraction, you can write it as a division. 4y plus 1 divided by 2y minus 2 is equals to 1. That from the same rule, 4y plus 1 over 2y minus 2 equals to p. Now you need y in terms of x, means you have to subject y from this equation. Initially cross multiply. Then bring all the y terms to one side. Minus 1 minus 2. Then if you take y out, 4 minus 2p is equals to minus 1 minus 2p. With this you get the y equals to minus 1 minus 2p divided by 4 minus 2p would be the answer for this. That's a way of doing this question. That's how we need to do it. Okay. Right. Yes, Pute, right. In question number 10, the question is, Pute, find first three terms of ascending power of x for the binomial expansion 2 minus x over 8 to the power 10. Give each term to this simplest form. Right. Okay. And the next fact is fx equals to 2 minus x to the power x over 8 does the same thing over here. Right? Into ax plus b, where it's constant, given that first two terms of setting power of x in the expressions are 256 and 352x. Find the value for a and b. Okay. Initially, let's try to expand this bracket with it. Let's see, we need to expand the first three terms. So the power is 10. Therefore, you can write, we need first three terms with it. So you can write 10C0 keeps on space, 10C1 keeps on space, 10C2. Then we need the ascending power of x. That means x power should be ascended. Therefore, the other term should be descended starting from its highest order. The highest order is 10, decrease 1 by 1. Then the other term minus 8, sorry, minus x over 8 actually. X over 8, 0 starting from 0 into minus x over 8 to the power 1 minus x over 8 to the power 2. 10C0 is 1, 2 to the power 10 is 1024. Again, power 0 is 1. 10C1 is 10, 512 times of minus x over 8. 10C2. If you work out with 10C2, it's 45. 2 to the power 8 is 256 into minus 8x squared is x squared over 64. So with this answer 1024, 5120 divided by 8, it's 640. Minus 640x 45 into 256 divided by 64 is 180 plus 180x to the power 2 is the answer for part A. Then this expression multiply with a plus bx is the same expression over here. Multiply with a plus bx, then only you can get these answers. Let's work out and see. Okay. Then instead of this, I'm going to replace with this answer. Multiply with a plus bx. This is equals to, they have given first two terms only we need 256 plus 352x. That's the fact they have given. But initially, I'll just expand these brackets. A into 1024 is 1024a, and a into this, it's minus 640ax. Over here to here is a quadratic one, so it's you cannot use it. But then I'm going to do with bx. But bx into 1024 is, I write it with the same term, 1024 bx. This term with this is again square term, no need of writing. Here is a cubic term, no need of writing it. If you expand this, it's turn up to, if you simply not expand, actually simplify, 1024a minus 640a plus 1024b x is equals to 256 plus 352x. So with this, you can get the answer for this. Now, if you consider the constant terms, these are the two constant terms. 1024a equals to 256. With this, you get the answer a is equals to 1 over 4. Then you can say minus 640a plus 1024 is equals to 352. Then we know that minus 640 a is 1 over 4 plus 1024 b, sorry, actually b is equals to 352. So with this, you get the answer for b is 352 plus 512 divided by 1024 is 1 over 2. Then B become 1 over 2. That's a way of getting this answer. That's a, okay, that's how we need to do it. We will again go back to the question, see whether everything. Yeah. Okay, wheat is be grown in the farm. The model predicts that the mass of the wheat harvest on a farm increases by 1.5% per year. Now, what do you mean by this 1.5% per year? That means if the initial harvest is 100, it increases by 1.5, means turn up to 101.5. Okay, that means actually it's a geometric progression. If it is so, if this is the first term and this is the second term, so we can find the common ratio by dividing the first term by the second term. It's turn up to 1.015. That is the common ratio. We can keep this in my mind. Right? Given that the mass of the harvest drug, the year 1 is 6,000 tons. So this is A. Show that according to the model, the mass of the wheat harvested on the farm during year 4 will be approximately year 4, not 4 years. But year 4 means they are referring to U4. U4 is for the geometric progression. What is the UN formula? A r to the power n minus 1. Sn is A times of r to the power n minus 1 over r minus 1, and the common SC infinity is A over 1 minus r for the situations of r is in between 0 to 1. That's a fact we need to work out. U4 is A is 6,000. Common ratio is 1.015 to the power n minus 1. N is 4 minus 1. So let's work out and see what is that answer. 6,000 into 1.015 to the power 6,274. 74 tons. You can write the answer with that. During year N, according to the model, there is a predicted to be more than 8,000 tons of harvest the farm. Find the smallest value for N. Right. That means for the UN should be greater than 8,000. Right. So let's work out with this. The quota in the specific year. A is right 6,000 into 1.015 to the power n minus 1 is greater than 8,000. Therefore, 1.015 to the power n minus 1 is greater than, you can bring the 6,000 to other side as a division. Then we can write 1.05 to the power n minus 1 is greater than 4 over 3. Now to simplify this, we will use a logarithm. If you use a logarithm of 10, 1.015. 15 this n minus 1, you can bring it out. Log 10, 4 over 3. Then you can write n minus 1 is log 10, 4 over 3 divided by log 10, 1.015. Then you can say log 4 over 3 divided by log 0.015. It's 19.32. N minus 1 is greater than 19.32. Therefore, n is greater than 20.32 would be the answer for that. That's a way of getting this. Right. It cost for, that means for the n, the number of years, therefore, what is the answer? N should be equal to 21 because number of years should be a, what is that? This is not the answer. What is the smallest possible value for n where it's greater than this answer? That's 21. It cost 5 pounds per ton in harvest the wheat. Assuming the model will find the total amount of wheat that would be cost to harvest the wheat from year 1 to year 10 inclusive, give you answer to the nearest 1000. Let's see. Now put the year 1 to year 1000. Year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Including that means they are supposed to find S10. S10 is A, 6000, A is, R is 1.015 to the power 10 minus 10 minus 1 over 1.015 minus 1. This is the total harvest it produces per day. 6000 into 1.015 to the power 10 minus 1 divided by 1.015 minus 1. Let's turn up to this bit. 64,216. The cost for 1 per ton is 5 pounds per day. So the total cost become into 5. 32,081 pounds. We need for the nearest 1000 per day. Nearest 1000 means it's 321,000. That's a fact we need to understand with this kind of a question. Yes. Over here, Pate, if you come up with this question, figure 4 shows a sketch of a part of a curve with equation y equals to x cubed minus 9x squared plus 26x minus 18. The point P, here this one. Yeah, here point P is, what is that? 4, 6 per day. 4, 6. That means here the x coordinate is how much? 4. And y coordinate is 6. Right? Use the calculus to show that the normal to curve C at point P is in the equation of this per day. Right. Now let's see how to do it per day. To find out, I will do it here. Equation of normal, to find it, initially we need to find the gradient of this normal by gradient of this curve. Initially, I try just to find out the gradient of the curve, dy by dx. To find the gradient of the curve, we can put the differentiation of this answer. It's 3x squared minus 18x plus 26. Then gradient at, you can find the gradient of the curve. Gradient of curve is dy by dx at x equals to 4. It's turned up to 3 times of 4 squared minus 18 times of 4 plus 26. 3 times of 4 squared minus 18 times of 4 plus 26. Then 2. The gradient is 2. Now the gradient of normal, we know that normal and curve are perpendicular, therefore the gradient of normal become minus 1 over 2. Because you know that if the two lines or curves are perpendicular to each other, the products of their gradient should be minus 1. Now the gradient we know. Then we can put it in the formula y minus y naught equals to gradient times of x minus x naught. Y minus y naught is 6. Gradient is minus 1 over 2. X minus x naught is 4. So if you multiply everything with 2, 2y minus 12 is equals to minus x plus 4. If you bring all the terms to one side, 2y plus x, if you bring this 8 to the other side is 16. Simply you can get this answer in this format. Right. Then the region R shows in the diagram 4, bounded by the curve with the equation x-axis and the normal to C at point P, show that the C cuts the x-axis at 1, 0. So if any curve meets the x-axis, right? Sure, yeah. So you can say, yeah, it is pretty simple today because it's a 1 mark question. Therefore, no need of simplifying this quadratic equation. So I'll substitute the x coordinate as 1 today. Answer is how much? The answer becomes 0. Therefore, 1, 0 is on the curve. Is on the curve. Therefore, you can say it cuts x-axis. That's a factor to understand. So here the coordinate is how much? Now here the coordinate is 1. Right? Show with your all working calculator, find the exact area of R. This is pretty simple. Let's see what we can do. Here we know that this we need to find this coordinate. How to find this coordinate? We can find this coordinate by this is the straight line meet the x-axis. Q will get at Q. So you can write, see, at Q, 2y plus x equals to 16 meet x-axis. Meets x-axis. Meets x-axis means y equals to 0. That is x equals to 16. So the coordinate is then 16. Now you can see the shape is like this. It's a curve like this way around. Plus it's a triangle. In this triangle, this length is 4 to 16. 4 to 16, this length is how much? Turn up to 12. And this height we know here the coordinate is 6 means this height is 6. This part is moving from 1 to 4. Right? Then we can get this area by, you can integrate x cubed minus 9x squared plus 26x minus 18 from 1 to 4 plus this triangle you can find by half base into perpendicular height. Base is 12 into perpendicular height is 6. Okay, with this you can get this answer. X to the power 4 over 4 minus 9x cubed over 3 plus 26x squared over 2 minus 18x from 1 to 4 plus 36. So you can substitute these figures and you can obtain this answer. The answer you get 4 to 1. It's 63 over 4 plus 36. 207 over 4 is the answer for that. That's a way of getting this answer. Right. If you come up with this question today, they mention, show that the equation 5 cos x plus 1 sin x tan x can be written in form of only cos. So the simple definitions we know is, we can find this tan x as sin x over cos x. 5 cos x plus 1 equals to sin x. This tan x you can write sin x over cos x. Then I'll multiply everything with cos x is turn up to 5 cos squared x plus cos x equals to sin squared x. Multiply with the cos x can cancel, turn up to only sin squared x. You can use a cross multiplication. Right. Then I need to remove the sin squared x. How to do that? Sin squared x you can write 1 minus cos squared x. So then you can take all the terms to one side. 5 cos squared x plus cos x plus cos squared x minus 1. Equals to 0. So it's turned up to 6 cos squared x plus cos x minus 1 equals to 0 is the final answer for this paper. Okay. Then hence solve for the range of 0 to 180 this equation. Now you can see the same equation with x is replaced with theta, 2 theta, sorry. Therefore you can write this is, instead of this equation, I can straightforward write 6 cos squared 2 theta plus cos 2 theta minus 1 equals to 0. For the range of theta is 0 to 180. For the range of 2 theta would be then how much? 0 to 360. Now you need to find the solution for 0 to 360 for 2 theta. Then only you will get the answer for theta will fall in the range of 0 to 180. Right. To make a shortcut, you can say cos 2 theta equals to minus 1 plus or minus b squared minus 4a is 6 divided by 2 into a. 2 into 6, 2 into a. With this you get the answer cos 2 theta equals to one answer is 1 over 3 Pate. Other answer is minus 1 over 2. So from here you can write 2 theta equals to cos inverse 1 over 3. From here theta equals to cos inverse minus 1 over 2. With this you get the answer. First answer is cos inverse. Cos inverse 1 over 3. Minus, sorry, plus 1 over 3. Minus. It's 70.5, yeah, 70.553. Over here, theta equals to cos inverse minus 1 over 2. It's 6. It's turn up to 120. This is the first. Keep some space to write the answer for theta. Then the next angle you can find by 360 minus the first angle. 360 minus 70.53. That is 289.47. 47. From here, the second angle you can find it by 360 minus 120. 2 theta equals to 240. So you cannot go ahead further than that because angle ends up from 360 here. So you can find theta equals to half of this. 70.53 divided by 2. 35.26, 35.3. 35.3. This is 60. 289. It's turned up to 144.7. And 240 its theta equals to 20. It's the answer for this. This is a way of getting these answers. Right, okay, that's how it comes. Yes, but let's come to this question. Right. Over here, the figure 5 shows a sketch of a circle C1. The point A, 1, 4, and 7, 8 lies on B. Given that AB is the diameter of the circle, diameter of the circle, find the coordinates of the center. This is A, 1, 4, and this is B, 7, 8. So the center is the midpoint. So you can find the center is 1 plus 7 divided by 2, the midpoint theorem. 4 plus 8 divided by 2. 1 plus 7 is 8 divided by 2 is 4. It's 6. It's the center, coordinate of the center. Find the exact radius of C1. Find the exact radius of C1. Then to find C1, I know this coordinate now 4, 6. I can find the length from OA or AB. Radius is equals to OA. I'll get OA. That is square root of, you can say 4 minus 1 whole thing squared plus 6 minus 4 whole thing squared. What is the relationship with the length of a line is given by x1 minus x2 whole thing squared plus y1 minus y2 whole thing squared. From this formula I got it. So r is equals to 4 minus 1 is 3, 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 4 minus it's 4. It's root 13. It's turned up to root 13. Then two distinct circles C1 and C2 have centers 0, 0. Which of these circles touches C1? Find the equation of line C2 and equation of line C3 put there, right? We can yes. Now I need to find the fact over here. Now you can see, if you get this straight line, it's just like this. This is a little bit of a tricky question over here. We need to understand, right? Now you can see if I get this once, what is the straight line over here? So if we get y minus y naught, I'll get this coordinate 4. Look at this. Gradient is 6 minus 4 is 2 divided by 4 minus 1 is 3. X minus x naught is 1. We will work out and see. 4 1 and 4 6 and yes, two distinct circles C1 and 2 has a center C1. Given that these circles touches C1, find the equation of C2 and equation of C3. Two circles over here. And it's not traveling to origin. Okay. Yes. Anyway, the two circles are just like this. One circle is with origin, or it's just like this. And the other one is, if you draw a circle, it should travel. Let me see whether do we have any other information to do this question. Turn up to so one circle is just like this, but it travels like this way around this circle, and other circle is traveling somewhere like this way around. These are the two shapes of the circle where we need to understand. Okay, yes. Find the exact radius is a two distinct circles C1 and C2 have the equations of center 0, 0. Two distinct circles. Because center 0, 0. Given that each of the circle touches the circle C1. Okay, that is the way of getting the touch. Find the equations of C2 and equation of C1 put it, right? Now we need to find some fact to make them into it's traveling through 0. Let me see, it's a 4-mark question for them. Yes. We can take it over here. We know that C, when you're referring to C, we know that if the center is 0, you can write x minus 0 whole thing squared plus y minus 0 whole thing squared equals to r squared. So if you draw a circle over here, this is what? So you can write this is x squared plus y squared equals to r squared. Then if you draw the circle somewhere like this way around, which is passing through 4, 6. This is one situation. If you travel into the center, what would be the radius? If I just draw a circle like this, and if you find the radius over here, I will get it as R naught. R naught would be 4 minus 0 squared plus 6 minus 0 squared. Then what is it R naught? The square root of it. It's turned up to how much? It's 16 plus 36. The square root of it, R equals to root 52. Then if that is root 52 is the length from here to here onwards, or to this center to this point. Then if you get this circle, Pute, you know that this length is how much? Root 13. You already know this value. Right. Then what would be the radius from here to here, Pute? The radius would be O to A. O to A radius. O to A radius would be how much? Root 52 minus root 13. That's the radius over there. Pute. Right. Then how do you get that answer? Square root of 52 minus root 13. That is turn up to root 13. Root 52 minus root 13 is exactly root 13. Then you can write x squared plus y squared equals to root 13 whole thing squared. So the equation becomes x squared plus y squared equals to 13 is the first equation. Then from here to here is root 52, and from here to here also how much, Pute? Another root 13 comes. Therefore, if you get O to B, Pute, radius is equals to how much? Root 52 plus root 13. That is turn up to 3 root 3, 3 root 13, sorry, 3 root 13. Therefore, you can write now that equation become x squared plus y squared plus 3 root 13 whole thing squared. It's turn up to x squared plus y squared is equals to 117. That's the answer for this question. This is a way of getting the answer for this question. Okay, right. That is how you need to get this answer. Okay, now let's go to the next question. Right. Then if you refer with this question, the height of water, yes, the height of water h meters in a harbor on a particular day is given by the equation 4 plus 15 sine pi t over 6, where t is the number of hours after midnight and pi t is the measures in radians. Show that the height of the water at 1 a.m. Now the time is measured in hours from midnight. Then what happened with it? When you come up to 1 a.m., its time become 1 with it. It's turn up to how much then with it? It is h become 4 plus 1.5 sine pi into 1 over 6. Let me see what would be the answer for this. It should be in radian. Your calculator should be operating in radian mode then. 4 plus 1.5 sine pi over 6. It's turned up to 19.4, it's 4.75. Exactly, you get this answer. 4.75 meters, right? Find the height of water at 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. 2 p.m. 2 p.m. means 12 to 12, 12 hours, another 14 hours comes. T equals to 14. That's what you get here. H equals to 4 plus 1.5 sine pi into 14 divided by 6. That answer is 2.299. That means 2.3. 2.3 meters, right? Find the nearest minute after 2 times where the height of the water is 3 meters. But now they have given h is 3. We need to find the value for t. That's a problem where we come across. Then you can write 3 equals to 4 plus 1.5 sine pi t over 6. So if you just to bring this 4 to other side is minus 1 equals to 1.5 sine pi t over 6. Then sine pi t over 6 is equals to minus 2 over 3. If you bring this 1.5 to other side, division 1.5, that is 2 minus 2 over 3. So with this, you get the first answer. Sine pi t over 6, sorry, pi t over 6 is equals to sine inverse minus 2 over 3. When the height of the water is 3 meters, right? You get work out sine inverse minus 2 over 3. The first answer is a negative value. Pi t over 6 is equals to minus 0.72730. You can't get this answer. No need of working out with this, but you can get the alternative angles. Then pi t over 6 is equals to, next answer is 180 minus theta, minus 0.730. So from here you get the answer t equals to pi minus 0.730 into 6 divided by pi. The first time is put a 4.6 hours. Then the second time you can get pi t over 6 is equals to 2 pi into 1 plus the first angle minus 0.730. So you can write 2 pi minus 0.730. This is into 6 divided by pi. That value is put a 10.60. The second time is 10.60, 6 inch. So to the nearest minute, to the nearest minute from 12, 4 hours, that is 0.4. 6 means 6 into 60, 36 minutes. 36 minutes. The second one is after 12, 10, 36 minute would be the next value for the non-interpolating minute. So this is the answer to the nearest minute. This should be the answer for this question, right? Okay. That's a way of getting this answer.